Hi, everybody. It's me, Jenny. Sorry, let me just get my tripod going. Let me get my glasses, too. Hold on. It is live. Live from New Jersey. Here we go. Better? It's a little bright. Dream. Glamour. Okay. All right, guys. Is anyone there? Anyone at all? Okay, let's talk about mental health issues, okay? I suffer from anxiety and depression. Not so much depression, but lately I have been suffering from depression. But I suffer from hypochondriasis, anxiety, like you wouldn't believe, okay? Like the type of anxiety that nobody on the planet wants, okay? All right? So, um, it is not fun to have this type of anxiety. It is heartbreaking. It is scary. When I go to the doctor, just go to the doctor, okay? Just go to the doctor. My blood pressure rises to an astronomically horrible level, all right? It's the type of anxiety that I wouldn't wish on anyone, okay? That's number one. Number two, it takes away from the quality of my life, you know? I'm a fairly, no, I shouldn't say fairly. I, not tooting my own horn here, guys, but you'll get to know me. I am a really wonderful person. And hold on. I'm a really wonderful person and I want to be happy. You know, I want to be happy in the general sense, obviously. And yet I just sometimes don't see, I always see the cup at least half full. Like I tried to always I'm just going to briefly say I was in a relationship. It didn't work out, unfortunately. And I always tried to give him positive feedback and like to give him hope for his life. I don't think he took anything from it, you know, but he always said he did, that I elevated him, but obviously I didn't do anything for him because he's not around. But I digress. Now, as far as I'm concerned, my anxiety is, it's not normal. It's not the normal kind of anxiety. I could be totally fine. I remember I could be totally fine. And then boom, like a wave of doom comes upon my mind. Okay. A wave of doom comes upon my mind. And I'm thinking it's the end of the world. It's almost like a literal wave comes from the ocean and engulfs me with death. And I can't breathe. You know what I mean? Like it's terrible. Like I had to go to the emergency room a few times for some health scares. I had to go to the gyno for our yearly tests and whatever. Oh my God, yeah. People's Anybody out there can relate. Come on, come live with me. Women, even guys, try to understand how horrible anxiety can be. How horrible anxiety can be. How horrible anxiety can be. It is the worst thing to have. Sometimes I think anxiety, worry, panic, and hypochondriasis, like to be a hypochondriac and worry about you have this, you go on Google, Dr. Google, shit like that. I think that's worse than depression in some way because I don't usually get depression. Right now, I have some depression because I had a relationship that didn't work out and I was really sad about that, but there's nothing I can do about it. I cannot lament about a relationship that didn't work out. I can't do that at me. Oh, hold on, my cat. Look, my cat wants to join the live. Ray Ann, I love you, mommy, but you gotta get down now. Come on, get down. Sorry. Whoever, so, what was I saying? Oh, Yeah. One time I remember my daughter's now 17. I can't believe I'm saying that. But one time I was she's 17, but one time she was like 5, maybe 4. And we went to the Keensburg amusement park over here. We have an amusement park here in the summer. Oh, it's popping. It's pop-a-lockin'. It's really a lot of fun. And it was always just me and her. It was never her, my ex-husband, not my ex that I just had, but my ex-husband that I was with for quite some time. And he never came. He never joined in. So it's just always me and Violet Rose, my daughter. So of course, I got extremely close with her, and I am still extremely close with her to this day. By the way, I might have to cut the live short because I have to pick my kid up from school, but I wanted to talk quickly about this anxiety that a lot of us, I mean, shit, I think the whole fucking world has it, excuse my language, but, or some kind of mental health issues or mental illness. So anyway, so I was having an amazing time with my daughter. Like she went on the rides, I got her Dippin' Dots, I got her cotton candy, the works, and she went on the rides and we had lunch. I remember I had I'm always on a diet, so so I remember having a chicken salad and she had a hamburger. We just had a great day. No, she had chicken tenders, excuse me. And it was the day of dreams for a mom and a daughter, or a mom and a child, And then no anxiety, or just pure happiness. Then all of a sudden, so it was getting darker. Dusk was upon us, and it was time to start going home. She was young, so she had to go home, and I had to go home, and I got in the car and I was driving home, and saying, "Did you have fun, my baby?" And she was like, "Mommy, I had so much fun. It was fun." She was only 4 or 5, so no, she was 4. And well, all of a sudden, a wave of doom came upon me, and a little voice, not like a voice like a schizophrenic, like schizophrenia or something, but that inner voice or a voice like maybe a voice of a bad spirit or a demon or just my inner self, my inner child, if you will, said, "Why are you happy? You're gonna die one day anyway." I remember that, and I said, "Oh my God, what do you mean?" And the voice said, like the inner person, inner child, or whatever, said, "You're gonna die one day. Like you're not gonna exist." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's so true." Like I got panic stricken. And I was like, "But I just had so much fun with my daughter." And and like I said, it wasn't like a schizophrenia. Don't like get scared here. It wasn't a schizophrenia voice, but that inner child or voice inside of all of us said, "You don't deserve happiness. You don't deserve that. You deserve misery. You deserve sadness." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is like, the worst thing." I mean, I just had an amazing time with my kid, and now what? All of that beautiful stuff went down the tubes because my anxiety level is too great for me to handle. And yes, I remember I did not have my medication on me because I take anxiety medication, and I didn't have anything on me. And I was thinking, now what? Now what am I going to do? And I just like cried on the side of the road. And my daughter, she was always so intelligent. She goes, "Mommy, are you okay? What's wrong?" And I was like, "I just love you so much." And I got out of the car. She was in her car seat, and I just hugged her tight. And I said, "Mama loves you so much." She goes, "I love you too, Mama." She always called me Mama when she was younger. And that changed to Mommy. And now it's Mom. Sometimes she calls me Mama now, but not all the time. And I remember just having the rest of the day was an anxiety ridden and anxiety producing moments. My cat wants to join in. Hi, Rayanne. Want to meet Rayanne? There she goes. That's a good girl. You're the best girl ever. Yeah, look what she likes to do. I'm gonna look. I don't know why. Yuck. Why do you like to do that? Why do you like to do that so much, huh? Why do you like to do that? I I love you. She likes to lick. I think I don't know what that is, like a form of affection or a form of weirdness. I have no idea. She does that. I don't know why. But she's a nice cat. She's not usually affectionate. So when she does that, we accept it. I accept it. I have another cat. Let me see if you can see him. He's over there. Can you see him there? That's Benny Bruno. And this here is Rayanne. I have two cats and a dog. Lucius, the hairband thief. I have an actual YouTube channel just for him. Okay? I think I'm going to put Lucius, the hairband thief, and his two sidekicks, the cats. I'm going to change the channel so I can include the two cats as well. It'll be nice to include them because they're weird as hell, you know, seriously weird as hell. But what I want to say is that let's try to like have 2 times a week at least a live where we talk about mental health issues. How can we as people, as human beings, deal with that type of anxiety that is unmanageable? Because honestly, my anxiety is unmanageable sometimes. I overthink stuff. I overthink to like next level shit. I overthink where I feel out of control with my thoughts. Um, I can, like I said, I can just be perfectly fine. Like today, I worked half a day and I was in a class with kindergartners and a teacher. The teacher just wasn't friendly. I asked her a few times, do you want me to help you with anything? I had to do CST meetings, meaning I had to cover for teachers while they went to meetings for child study team. So in between, I was going to this one teacher's class. I won't name the teacher's name. Doesn't matter. But she wasn't friendly. In fact, she snipped at me at on the playground, and I had to clip my tongue. I was gonna say something, but I didn't. I held my. But then it gave me anxiety because I'm thinking, what's wrong with this lady? Like, I get it. You with children, you have to be very disciplined, especially as a teacher. You got to get them focused. You can't let them run amok all over the classroom. I get that, but she wasn't friendly to me, and I was asked to go to her class. It's not like you know what I mean? Like have a little be nice when you talk to me because as anxious and as sad as I can get, I can also get violent. You know, like very rageful. I have a lot of rage from my childhood, a lot of rage from the the relationships that I've been in, and I'm talking about mostly the men in my life. I mean, the men in my life, the men in my life, and I'm talking all the way down from my dad, and I love my dad. My dad, you know, my mom divorcing, you know, my dad's great, my mom's great. So my dad and my mom divorcing, to my uncle, you know, I'm not ashamed to say this, my uncle molesting me for 4 years. I didn't know that until later on, till years later. When I was in college, I realized after I went under hypnosis and I found out that I was molested. It was something that I cannot believe happened to me, you know. And then I was my first boyfriend. He was just a waste of life. I mean, I you know what it is with my therapist I'm talking to? I'm talking to a therapist now. She is fabulous, like so cute and so nice, and she really does care about me. And we're just getting to know each other. And she said, Jennifer, this is what I see. I see that you don't really love yourself that much. And my mom has said this. So I have a low self esteem, which I don't think I do, but that's what they're saying. Low self esteem and a big ego. So I like the way I look. See, I'm cute. Plus size beauty. I've lost a lot of weight. So I don't want to get off the subject, but I'm saying I lost a lot of weight and I'm continuing to do so. So, but according to my therapist, and according to a previous therapist, and according to my mom, and they think I have a low self esteem because if I had a high self esteem, I would not be choosing degenerates as boyfriends, husbands, and boyfriends. You see what I mean? I would not be choosing bad people that treat me like shit and hurt me and then ghost me and leave me. Why am I allowing myself to take subpar garbage in my life when I can find Mr. Right? I'm just talking about like the relationship parts. I was married, so I had a first boyfriend. I didn't have a lot of one night stands, maybe like two, you know. I'm not ashamed to say that either. I'm a grown woman, so it happens, right? And then I had a first boyfriend that moved in with me very, very quickly. And he wound up being extremely violent. He never hit me or anything like that because I would have knocked him out. But he was violent and screaming and yelling. She was drinking and ugh. He got married behind my back while I was still dating him. So you see what I mean? Like I allowed that type of shit in my life. And that is part and parcel why I get this type of anxiety. And then I met my husband who I was married to for 17 years, together 19 and a half years. And at first it seemed like, he was a nice guy and I thought I loved him. I wasn't in love with him, but thought I loved him. But at the 3 year mark, so I got married. Great. Let me tell you, our wedding day was fun. That's one thing I have to say. But at the 3 year mark, I was having lots of anxiety. Lots. I always had anxiety, but lots of anxiety because he was non communicative. The sex became almost like, what are you doing there? And not only that, he was non-communicative and he was violent. He was violent. He choked me. He tried to stab me with a butcher knife, and I stayed with that. Like, what's wrong with me? Low self-esteem. Low self-esteem has to do with anxiety too, because I was anxious, I was nervous and worried all the time, and just so I got a divorce 6 years, 5 years ago, during COVID. So what is that? 4 or 5 years ago, and separated 6 years. And I don't even remember what he looks like. I'm so happy. And then I got into a relationship with someone that I fell in love with. I did. I must admit, I fell in love with him. He was my first love, and I will never forget him. But it didn't work out, and I don't really want to talk about that right now because it will give me depression and anxiety, and like real bad anxiety. All I can say is that I did everything for him, and he completely and totally one day said he loved me, and the next day he deaded me like I was nobody. So it's his loss, and I'm currently in the healing process for that. So I just I put myself right back into the dating pool because I deserve true love. I deserve to have someone in my life. But I am anxious as hell because I don't trust men now. And I'm going to say it very clearly. Not one damn dollar is going to come out of my pocket for any man. And if you don't have your own place and your own job and your own friggin' money and you can't take care of yourself, hold on. And you can't be self-sufficient and pick me up in your car and open the door for me and pay for my dinner and be a wonderful upstanding dude and not ghost me because you can't handle a real relationship and a real woman. And I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just so scared to get back into the dating pool. But on the other hand, I would love someone to cuddle with and love me back for who I am. And that is a beautiful, sexy, desirable, sweet, kind lady, woman, who would take their shirt off her back literally for someone that they loved. And I would help them if I could financially, but I'm not going to do that anymore. That's out later for that. But I would do anything for someone, you know. I don't want to start crying here. I want to get, But this has become like to telling you this is a storyline instead of the anxiety. Talk about anxiety. Well, it's a little bit of everything, but I just want to say if you are suffering from anxiety out there, especially the type of anxiety that's unmanageable and that is ruining your life, really, which the kind of anxiety I get, um, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I know what you're going through. I understand and I love you. And I love you as a person to a person, from a human being to a human being. If you need to talk, I will leave my email in the comment below, in this post. If you would like to email me to talk about stuff or add me in Facebook or whatever, because anxiety and depression is real. It's a terrible thing, and we don't have to go through this, right? We don't have to go through this. I remember I was seeing a doctor, Dr. Leonid Vorobiev, and he was real cool, Dr. V. And I was suffering again with bouts of anxiety that was so unmanageable, and depression too, but mostly anxiety and the down and outs. And I asked him, am I going to ever get rid of this? Sorry, my dog is barking in the back. Am I ever going to get rid of this? And he said, unfortunately, the kind of anxiety that you have is not only incidental, but it's genetic because you have mental health issues in your family. So, no, it's not going to go away. You can manage it with medication, with behavior modification, hypnotherapy, not hypnotherapy, meditation, excuse me, and hypnotherapy if you want to. But I said, I cried. I cried. I almost cried in his arms. He was so nice. He doesn't take my insurance anymore, so maybe he does. I gotta check it out because he was spot on, awesome. And now they check your you go to a psychiatrist and they grill you like a cheesesteak because they don't want to give you Xanax or Valium, which I take from occasion to help me with that type of anxiety that I'm like my hands are shaking. I think I have to pull over on the side of the road because I think I'm gonna die. And they grill you like a cheesesteak. They think you're gonna get addicted to Valium and Xanax. I get it, but I don't get it because if I were diabetic or whatever, would you take my insulin away? God forbid I had that. If you're a diabetic, you might need metformin or Xarelto or insulin. So am I supposed to stop that? Stop taking that and die? Because if I don't have some kind of sedative to help me sometimes, I'm gonna literally feel like I'm gonna die with this anxiety. It's horrible. And I understand what you're going through. So if you are going through the pain and suffering of anxiety, I'm here for you. I know how you feel and I love you. I love you. Let's talk about this more. Let's talk about this more. Um, and that's about it. Um, I have always been afraid of death. I'm sure most of us are. There are some people that really don't are not. I know some people that are fine with it, like whatever, whatever. But I have a phobia of death, right? So sorry. I don't want to die. I want to live forever. I want to drink the blood of vampires, and I'm willing to be a vampire and never eat a pizza again so I can be living forever. And I'll choose 5 people to come with me. And I know which 5 people that it will be. So I have always been a hypochondriac. It's not something I want to be. Who the fuck wants to be a hypochondriac? All right? Who wants to be a hypochondriac? Who wants to worry about their health so bad that they panic to the point where they're passing out in the emergency room and the blood pressure is almost to stroke level? Who wants to be like that? Only a lunatic would want to feel like that, right? I certainly didn't want to feel like that, but I get like that. So there was a couple people that posted comments about their suffering with hypochondriasis and the type of anxiety that they can't handle. I'm with you, honey. I love you. I know. I know how you feel. Believe me, I do. I know how you feel. I know how you feel, and I'm here for you. I'm with you all the way. So, saying that, I'm going to get off this live because no one's here, and I also have to pick my kid up from school soon. And I will go live again and again and again and again. Okay. And we'll talk about this and all other kinds of things regarding anxiety, health, dieting, all kinds of stuff. Because this page, my YouTube channel is popping off, baby. I just need like 2,000 more watch hours, and I'm gonna get monetized. I'm very excited about this. And I have two other channels that I'm nurturing. One is for my music. It's called The Music in Me. So if you want to subscribe to that, because I'm a singer. If nobody here knows, I am a singer, songwriter, producer of music. I've been making music all my life. I'm not famous, but I am great at what I do. And my one of my closest and dearest friends, um, he is helping me with my next album that I'm working on right now. And so that's I'll share those links as well. And let's see what else. So I'm gonna have that channel has quite a few subscribers, not monetized yet, but it will because I'm gonna make professional music videos, share like my music, like snippets of my new song to my album, my collaborators. I'm gonna show people how I edit, mix, and master my music. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So that's called The Music in Me. And then I have another channel, believe it or not, about cooking and showing you like all the food that I eat on my weight loss journey. Because I am on a weight loss journey. I lost 100. I originally lost 125 pounds, but then with the stress of the demise of my recent relationship, my cortisol levels rose, I'm sure, to bad levels. And I wasn't really eating a lot, really, like piggishly. But I had some cookies here, too much creamer there, not eating too much, not drinking water, not sleeping. And I gained 10 pounds back. And oh my God, I freaked out. I got another anxiety attack. And I said, how am I going to lose this? I'm kind of like, I just lost 2 pounds of that 10 pounds that I gained. So I'm on my way back. But the demise of my beautiful relationship that went sour, and it was no fault of my own. I know I didn't do anything wrong, so I don't take any responsibility for for the demise of my relationship. Don't take any responsibility. It's not my fault. I was generous, good, sweet, kind, loving, caring. I was funny. I was beautiful, sexy, passionate, everything. So it's on him, not me. Completely not my problem. Okay. Not my problem. I won't go deeper than that. I won't go deeper than that because I don't want to right now, because this is not what this is about. But it, it causes me a lot of anxiety. I'm really suffering from depression and anxiety right now. I don't look depressed, do I? I look like a regular person. I am a regular person, but I don't look. I cried to my one of my best friends on the floor of the bathroom more than a few times. If he if my friend were here in front of me, I would have needed the kind of hugs that people need when they're about to, you know, not want to live anymore. I didn't want to do that. I'm just saying I was so despondent with the demise of my relationship, and that I just couldn't understand. And to this day, I really don't understand how someone could push your hair to the side, tell you how beautiful you are, how much they love you, and then the next day tell you, I don't want a relationship, and block you in every way, shape, or form. What kind of shit is that? And could that cause a lot of anxiety and depression? Hell yes. Hell yes. Hell yes. I'm not even going to say anymore. I'm better now. Not as depressed, and my anxiety levels are always off the charts. But now I'm kind of like in anger mode. So hopefully um, it has to get better because I'm an amazing person. I'm beautiful. I'm a talented singer. I am quite sexy. And I'm just a beautiful person. And I love you all. So I'm going to go now, okay? Peace and love. Jennifer's over and out. And if you are suffering, again, if you are suffering from anxiety and depression, don't give up, okay? And if you're thinking about doing something, call the suicide hotline, okay? And every state of this country, the suicide hotline, call them. Shit, email me, okay? Call me. Call me. Online, call me anytime. Call me. I will be there for you, okay? All right? Peace and love, Jenny. Wait, I'm still there. How do you save it? Oh, I don't know how to save this. Does anyone know how to do this? I'm still going live. Oh, I want to save this. Such a beautiful video. All right, guys. I'm going to figure this out. That now. Oh, here we are. I'm live. Let me see how we save this. I never went live before. Highlight. Let me see. At least 1 minute of video is needed to start a highlight. Okay. All right. I don't know how to save this. Oh, my goodness. I don't want to. All right. Now we're going to have to. I am still here. I am still here. I don't know how to save this. Oh. How do you save the live, guys? Does anyone know how to save the live? I should have looked that up. Okay, share. All right, I'm just gonna share this. Oh, I don't know how to do this, guys. Well, if this doesn't work out, we'll go live again. All right, we're just gonna stop it. Okay.